Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Good evening, everybody. Hopefully, you're having a great day. I don't know if you can see behind me, but if you can't, if you're not looking, you should look. That's my cat, and that's his leg in full display for you guys. So he's here. He said he's here. But my name is Tanya or TitaniumBuilt, and welcome to the channel where we do talk all things true crime. If that's something that you're into and you appreciate tonight's case coverage, I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the like button, all those things that we ask you to do to help our channels grow. And that's what really does help our channels grow. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Let me get my iPad ready. This cat's going to be, oh man, making me laugh. He's making me laugh. You wouldn't believe he's 16 back there all just relaxing. I got the dog too. And then I have the other dog here. She's laying on a blanket. We got rid of the cat bed. We didn't think we needed it because he just sleeps in this bed, but now they all want to sleep in here. So I'm excited about that though. So welcome in, Ladybug. How you doing? Hey, Mary Beth. Hey, Nash Native. And Jean's in here. I saw we had some people in here waiting. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Renee. It's good to see you guys. Hey, Faith. Cynthia's here. Welcome in, everybody. Cat's Life. I know I'm missing people, but I'm just going to come kind of through. But I see you guys. Hey, DM. Hey, Pooh Bear. It's good to see everybody. Juno. If you missed the live from earlier today, we did do a live over Long Island, the press conference this morning. So if you want to go back and watch that live, it was pretty good. They came out and they did a press conference and they released some new information. So we got to hear some new things. So we did the press conference this morning, and then we did a live last night over Long Island, and I thought it was a really good live. So hopefully you guys did too. Hopefully you did too. But tonight we're going to be talking about an older case that we were covering on the channel. It just was kind of stagnant for a little while, and now it's starting to kind of pick back up. So that's going to be the case of Veronica Butler and Jilian Kelley, the two moms that were in Kansas or from Kansas when they were traveling to Oklahoma, and they were bum rushed pretty much and unalived. So let me know where I should start. Hey, Sailor. Hey, Harley Rider. So put a 1 in the chat if you guys remember this case. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't remember this case at all. We'll start there. We'll start there because there's new documents that come out that actually they are detailing who did what in the unalivings. I thought that the arrest affidavits were pretty we got a lot of information through those. Oh, lots of people. Cool. Well, cool. I like that. Look at that. Look at all those ones. I think Nash said she hadn't heard of this case though. That's okay. This one's buckle up. This one's a good one. This one had everybody. Remember when this happened? We were all like, what? Where did this happen? What happened? And I mean, the more information that's coming out, it's just getting crazier. It really is. So we'll go through, and I've actually found someone that is covering it on YouTube too. And I'm pretty sure this is the same girl that did a different podcast or something for Idaho. So we may, if we have time, we'll watch like an episode of this too. Because she's been following the case pretty heavily. And so have we've been covering it pretty heavily. So this case is crazy. It really is. So, okay. And everything kind of tells you like in the probable cause, which is, tells you everything that kind of happened. But basically, Veronica and Jilian went missing in the Oklahoma Panhandle, on the morning of March 30th, 2024. They were traveling from Hugoton to Ava, Oklahoma to pick up Veronica's 2 children. They were going to pick them up for a play date. So she had Jilian go with her. Veronica was going to pick up her kids. Jilian was going with her as like a court ordered kind of like a chaperone. So she had to have, someone with her. And this was like the one time that they kind of like switched up the ladies too. So it was wrong place, wrong time for her, for Jilian. But they went missing. Their bodies were recovered on April the 14th. And 4 people were initially arrested in connection with the kidnappings and murder. And then a 5th suspect ended up getting arrested. They called themselves, this is like a rough draft I'm giving you right now, but the God's Misfits. They were part of this group of people that just did everything together, I guess, including or murder. And they attempted to do this before. So, I mean, this one's a really crazy case. So thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it. Hey, Faith. Mary Beth, did I say hi to you? I think I did. I think you were the first one I said hi to, your second one. I think I did. Don't want you to think I forgot about you. So I am part of the Justice for the Kansas City Moms, Veronica, Butler, and Jilian Kelley group. I've been a part of this group for a little while, and I really like it. It has all the documents. I think her name is Carrie Moody True Crime. I think she's the one that is like in control of this Facebook group here, which she's doing an incredible job. Like, really good job. So let me go ahead and bring up, actually, we're going to read through, because they're kind of short. They're not that long. So we'll read through the affidavit of probable cause. How did I do this? How do I want to do this? Okay, so we'll read through the first one, because how it plays out, it kind of like is in order. Like the probable cause, like the way they describe things, the way it ends, this kind of like will, pick up where this kind of leaves off. Now, I am going to read Tad's. So there is 5 suspects. So there's 5 different probable causes. I'm going to read Tad's because his reads differently than everybody else's. His has like an extra 2 paragraphs at the end. Everyone else's reads the same. I don't know actually about Paul Grice, but I know that the other 3 read the same: Tiffany, Cora, and Cole. So I figured we'd read through Tad since, it's the one that has the most. And then the new affidavit that just came out, I don't know why it's like being weird, but it didn't look like it was a show up. This one is weird. It's like crooked, but so I'm sorry about that. But the new one that we're going to read tonight is going to give us some more details. So buckle up for these ones, because these are pretty hefty. Like this, when did this come out? April the 12th. April the 12th, we got this. Wow. I remember reading through all 4 of them. I think we only had 4 at the time. Yeah, we had 4. And I read through all 4 of them, and I had them like over, this wasn't here at the time, it was over here. And I had them like all posted everywhere, and like the differences, and I was trying to be really good at knowing all the differences for you guys. So I'm not going to read the first paragraph. It just talks about the person that's writing this affidavit, and they have 27 years in the field. So on Saturday, March 30th, 2024, the Texas County Sheriff's Office requested Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigative Services with the suspicious disappearance of Veronica Butler, 27, and Jilian Kelley, 39, from Royal, Texas County after their vehicle was found abandoned near Highway 95 and Road L south of Elkhart, Kansas. So if you don't know about Elkhart, Kansas, it's like 4 Corners is where they were going to meet. It was a gas station. It's desolate. I mean, you can like see for miles. It's like flat land, desolate. I don't know if anyone can explain it any better. I mean, it's really desolate out there. I would have been hesitant to meet anybody out there, but she wanted to go see her kids, and I don't think that she, Veronica thought that this was going to happen on this day. So it says interviews were conducted related to their disappearance, and it was discovered that Butler was in a problematic custody battle with Tiffany Adams for the custody of Butler's 2 children. The father of those children was Wrangler Rickman Adams' son. So Wrangler Rickman is Tiffany Adams' son. Tiffany Adams is the grandmother. Butler's visitation with her children was court-ordered to be supervised every Saturday. Adams had a particular person she preferred to supervise those visitations, and that was Cheryl Brunn. The court ordered Adams to pay Brunn to supervise visits if that was who she wanted to be present. Otherwise, Butler was to choose and pay for the person to supervise. So basically, Tiffany Adams is the grandmother, and she had a person that she liked because it's all about Tiffany. You'll find out real quick. And so Tiffany was paying the cost to have Miss Brunn come and do these supervised visits with Veronica. Well, you're going to find out real quick. She told her to go ahead and just take that day off. So Adams said Brunn was unavailable to supervise the visitation on March 30th, 2024. So Butler was required to arrange the supervision with one of her 3 approved individuals. Butler contacted Kelley of Hugoton, Kansas, and planned to have her supervise the visit. Butler told family members she was going to pick up her children from Adams at 10 or 100 or 1,000. Was it 11 or 1,000 hours? Would that be called that? Oh, I think it's 1,000 hours. At 4 corners, it'd be 10. It was 10 a.m. Intersection of Highway 95 and 64 West, a location in Texas County, Oklahoma. I wonder if that still comes up on my map's easy. Right here, is this it? No. Wait. Yeah. No, it's not. I thought it was. I'll have to look for it here in a minute. I thought it would come right up, but it didn't. Darn. Okay, it says Butler and Kelley left Hugoton, Kansas, and traveled to Highway 95 and Road L about 5 miles north of, about 5 miles north of 4 Corners. I wonder if I could, I'm going to look that up for you guys, so you can see what I'm talking about. Seems like some visuals. Let's see. It's giving me everything but what I want. I think this is the side road they went down. I was trying to find the gas station for you guys, but of course I can't find the picture now. Now that I really want it, I think this is that. Okay, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, that kind of gives me a little bit of a visual for you guys, but I was trying to find something that I was trying to find the gas station where there was a picture floating around for the longest time, and it was like an old gas station. That's what they were going to meet at, but I can't find it. So I will show you this though. So it looks like, they have the church even where her husband worked. So the missing mom's car was found abandoned here. Where's number one? Oh, sorry. Jilian Kelly and Veronica Butler left home on March 30th. And then it says, missing mom's car found abandoned. Willow Christian Church, and that's where Kelly's husband works as a pastor. That was Jillian's husband. It doesn't really give us like a whole lot of visual though. So let me find you some more stuff to look at because that's not doing it justice here. But we'll read through some more of this document and then I'll find some for you. And I think I haven't seen it in this document. I don't remember reading it. And I don't remember reading it in the new document. But do you remember the horse trailer? They thought that was used to like transport. I don't know if that's ever been listed though. I was wondering about that earlier. Like because I thought I saw it somewhere like recently. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where we were. So Butler and Kelly arrived at that location, the Four Corners, that gas station, they were arriving there at approximately 9:40. Butler planned to bring her daughter to a birthday party, but after they did not arrive, the family began looking for Butler. Melissa and Joey Padilla, who were Butler's family members, located Butler's abandoned vehicle just west of the intersection of Highway 95 and Road L. The Padillas then contacted law enforcement at 12:09. An examination of the vehicle and area surrounding the vehicle found evidence of a severe injury. And since I can't say BLOOD, I'm just going to say red. Red was found on the roadway and edge of the roadway. Butler's glasses were also found in the roadway south of the vehicle near a broken hammer. A pistol magazine was found inside Kelly's purse at the scene, but no pistol was found. And she did have her concealed carry, and I believe that was her weapon. Like, I believe she did have a weapon in her purse. Sorry, I had to grab my drink there for a minute. Or it took me a minute. Hey, Aries. Hey, Chai. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. When I'm reading on another page, I can't see. I can't see as much. Sorry. Adams told OSBI that on Friday night, so the night before the meetup, Rickman and Butler's children stayed the night with Barrett and Lacey Cook. Adams said she planned to pick them up that morning before visitation. Adams said she called Butler at 9:00 to confirm the meeting, and Butler told Adams something came up and she was not going to make it. So Tiffany's story first is I was going to meet her. I was going to go pick up the kids. They were staying the night at Barrett and Lacey Cook's house. Like, why is your kid going and staying at your friend's house? I don't know. I don't know. And you're like, hey, are we still meeting? Because you're trying to be the responsible grandmother, right? And she says, nah, something came up. Not going to be able to meet you. That's when I think they knew something was up. Butler's phone records confirm the call occurred. However, at the time of the call, Butler was in Hugoton, Kansas, in the process of picking Kelly up to go meet Adams. Adams stated she was home at the time that Butler and Kelly went missing. Adams picked the children up before 12:00 from the Cooks' residence. So she left them there until 12:00. Picked them up before 12, so they could have been any time before 12. OSBI interviewed Brunn. That's the lady that's supposed to normally do the visitation. And it says, and she said she was available to supervise the visit that day, but Adams told her to take a couple of weeks off from the visitation so Adams could question the children related to how Butler's approved visitation supervisors were. Butler and Kelley's phone records indicated their devices were actively sending signals to their carriers until approximately 9:42, after which the devices were no longer seen by the networks and stopped transmitting. Neither phone was found at the scene or within the vehicle, and they are currently missing. Adams was the last known person to communicate with Butler and was scheduled to meet Butler and Kelley for visitation at 10 o'clock on March 30th, 2024. Through the child custody case, recordings were obtained where Rickman discussed death threats by Adams and Adams' boyfriend, Tad Cullum. So now we got a second person coming in, Tad Cullum. The custody battle began in February of 2019 with many hearings and court appearances. On March 18th, 2024 and March 30th, 2024, motions were filed requesting extension visitations for Butler. She wants more visitation. A hearing was scheduled to occur on April 17th, so a couple weeks before she went missing. Butler's attorney informed OSBI that Butler was likely to receive unsupervised visitation with her children at that hearing. At times, Adams refused to let Rickman have his children, even though Rickman had legal custody of them. Grandma keeping the kids from their own father. There's so many red flags. I need my red flag. I know I got it around here somewhere. Just gotta reach. I gotta grab two again. Because seriously, there's a lot of red flags in this case. There really are. So it says, where are we at? Law enforcement previously responded to a call for service where Adams refused to give Rickman his children. Reportedly, the officer told Rickman he believed the children were better off in Adams' care. You're going to find out also that Tiffany Adams and Ty McCollum, they were pretty high up in their communities, and people knew them, and they were very well known. I think they all were very well known, but I think those two in particular. Rickman's grandmother, Debbie Knox Davis. Now, Rickman says this is false. So you either got to, this next paragraph, you either got to believe Rickman or his grandma. And I'm going to tell you, grandma might lie for her daughter. Rickman's grandmother, Debbie Knox Davis, reported that in mid to late February 2024, Rickman told her that they didn't have to worry about the custody battle much longer because Adams had it under control. That Adams knew the path the judge walked to work, and we will take Veronica at drop-off. Rickman was confirmed to be in a rehab facility in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma at the time of the disappearance. The children remain in the custody of Adams. Rickman denied having that conversation with Knox. So, I don't know. And I wonder where, if you guys know, let me know. Have you guys heard from Wrangler? I feel like somebody was talking to him. Why do I don't know. I think you're right, Ladybug. I know Jillian had at least 3. But it might have been 5. Are you serious? That's very sad. I mean, the way they did this, it was so planned. And we'll be getting to that soon too. That's coming up now. On April 1st, 2024, OSBI agents obtained a search warrant for Adam's cellular phone. OSBI agents performed an extraction on the device. On grandma's phone. Information gained from the device included web searches for taser pain level, gun shops, prepaid cellular phones, and how to get someone out of their house. Oh, I made graphs and stuff on this case. I should have pulled them up. It had the head person and then the family tree and stuff. Should look for those. Oh, look, Linda said 4. So I was in the middle, I guess. Well, I was at 3, actually. She's in the middle, 4 and 5. I saw a couple of photos of her with her children, and that's sad. So information gained from the device included web searches for taser pain level, gun shops, prepaid cellular phones, and how to get someone out of their house. On April 3rd, 24, OSBI interviewed CW, age 16. CW is the daughter of Cora Twombly and Kobe White. So different guy, not Cole Twombly, different guy. Cora is married to Cole Twombly. CW stated that she had overheard group conversations related to Butler not protecting her children from her brother, all in reference to a SA allegation. CW advised that she was told by Cora that Adams, Cora, Cole, and Paul Grice were involved in the deaths of Butler and Kelley. She stated that Adams had provided burner phones to use so they could communicate without using their personal devices. CW saw 2 burner phones charging on Cora's nightstand in her bedroom. Ooh, yeah, you did the right thing, girl. Yep, did the right thing. Told on her mama had to, Her mom made her clean the car. Like, what the? Well, bless you, sir. That was the cutest sneeze I've ever heard in my life. That's my cat. Sorry. CW described Cora, Cole, Adams, Cullum, and Paul Grice as being part of an anti-government group that had a religious affiliation. Through OSBI investigation, it was learned that they call their group God's Misfits. Regular meetings are held weekly at Twombly's and the home of Barrett and Lacey Cook. Remember the ones they were watching the kids? They better pick them 2 up. Or they got a deal or something. I don't know. Because how many times did those kids stay over there? Do you know what I mean? Was this like a normal thing? CW was told on March 29th, 2024, so the day that, the day before the ladies went missing, that Cora and Cole would not be home in the morning when she woke and were going to be on a mission. When CW awoke at approximately 10 o'clock, Cora and Cole were not at home, but came home around 12. Now, if my mom told me, hey, Tanya, when you wake up tomorrow, I'm not going to be here, I'm going on a mission, I'd probably be getting her a 5150. Tell you the truth. Like, what? What kind of mission? Where are we going? You know what I mean? I'd be putting on my boots probably. Where are we going? I'll be there. When CW awoke at approximately 10, they weren't there, but they came back at 12. CW knew that Cole and Cora took a blue and gray Chevrolet pickup owned by them in a blue flatbed truck owned by Clint Twombly. And that was Cole's brother. When they left and returned in the same vehicles, or I don't know why it says that, but CW was told to clean the interior of the Chevrolet pickup. CW asked Cora what had happened, and she was told that things did not go as planned, but that they would not have to worry about her, meaning Butler, again. CW was told that Cora and Cole blocked the road to stop Butler and Kelley and divert them to where Adams, Cullum, and Grice were. CW asked about Kelley and why she had to die, and was told by Cora that she wasn't innocent either, as she has supported Butler. So because Jilian was there to support Veronica in getting her children, she had to go too. She had to die too. Wow. See, she's telling her daughter this. 16 years old. CW asked Cora if their bodies were put in a well, and Cora replied something like that. CW also disclosed that other attempts to unalive Butler occurred during February of 2024 near Hugoton, Kansas. So here's another time they tried to take her out, in which Adams, Cole, Cora, and Grice, so the 5 misfits, went to Hugoton, but Butler did not leave her residence. This is consistent with the web search discovered on Adams' phone about how to get someone out of their house. According to Cora, the plan was to throw an anvil through Butler's windshield while driving, making it look like an accident because anvils regularly fall off work vehicles. No, they don't. Someone tell Cora she needs, like, sorry, Cora, no. Anvils do this is not the Roadrunner. Is that what it is? Roadrunner does that? Yeah, anvils. You know anvils, right? Like in the cartoons. How would they pick that thing up? Those are like over 100 pounds. You're gonna be on the back of a flatbed trying to pick up an anvil and heave it into someone's vehicle, hoping they don't swerve out of the way while you're standing there with an anvil in your hand. These people weren't the brightest. They really weren't. I mean, they had all these weekly meetings. While in Carrick, Texas, interviewing CW and her brother, Cora and Cole arrived and tried to get access to CW and her brother. Cora was verbally aggressive and was very upset with your affiant that she was not granted access to CW and her brother. Cole exited the vehicle armed with a handgun in a holster on his belt. I wonder who used the handgun. OSBI investigation showed that Adams searched for gun shops on her cellular phone. A search of local shops showed Adams buying 5 stun guns at the Big R store in Guyman, Oklahoma. The purchase was made on March 23rd, 2024. OSBI investigation showed that Adams purchased 3 prepaid cellular phones from Walmart in Guyman, Oklahoma on February 13th, 2024. Happy Valentine's Day. Don't go to Walmart, guys. I mean, why are we going to Walmart? Why are y'all going to Walmart? Walmart has better security than the White House. Like, for real. I'm scared to go Walmart. Man, Walmart's scary. Okay. The phones were identified by phone numbers. I'm just going to read the last 4. 5752, 9141, and 9085. Search warrants for information related to location services and phone usage were completed for each device. It was learned that all 3 phones were at the area where Butler's car was located and the last known location of Butler and Kelley at the time of their disappearance. All 3 phones were powered on and accessed the cellular network for the first time at or near Cullum's residence at different times prior to March 30th, 2024. So prior to the day that it's go time, these phones powered on for the first time and was pinging, different areas. Probably, Tad's over here with, at his house. You've got Cole and Cora at their house. Paul Grice at his house. These phones are just powering on. Tiffany probably said, okay, everybody power on your phones or something. I'm just assuming. On March 30th, phone numbers 9141 and 9085 before Butler and Kelley's disappearance were at the Twombly residence. Prior to going to or near Cullum's residence, Butler and Kelley's disappearance at 10:05 and 10:16 hours, phone numbers 9085 and 5752 were in the area at or near Cullum's residence. After Butler and Kelley's disappearance on March 30th, between 10:16 and 10:35, it was determined that the phone numbers 5752 and 9085 were at the property owned by Jamie Beasley, below a dam in the pasture where fresh dirt work was located by her affiant. Concrete was moved from a location near Beasley's residence. So it'll tell you here in a minute too, but Beasley is the property owner that Cullum leases property off of, like land off of. So it says concrete was moved from a location near Beasley's residence, approximately 150 to 200 yards below the dam, where it was discovered that a hole had been dug and filled back in and then covered with hay. On your own damn property. The location where Butler and Kelly's disappeared from and where Butler's vehicle was located is approximately 8.5 miles away from the location below the dam on Beasley's property, giving drive time from the location of where Butler's vehicle was located to Beasley's property well within the 34 minutes between the time of Butler-Kelley's phone stopping transmission and prepaid phone numbers 5752 and 9085 arriving at the dam on Beasley's property. All prepaid phones stopped transmitting on the morning of March 30th, 2024 at locations near Twombly's residence and Beasley's property. Beasley advised that the dirt work was done with a skid steer by Cullum on March 29th, 2024 and was possibly finished on March 30th, 2024 in the morning hours. Well, we know that to be true. Beasley knew that Cullum left his skid steer on his property the night of March 29th, 2024, and when he woke on March 30th at approximately 12 o'clock, the skid steer was gone. Cullum rents the pasture property owned by Beasley for cattle grazing and has access to it. Some concrete do dirt work where the concrete pile was and below the dam. Adams was with Cullum at Beasley's property when that conversation was had. In a contact with Cullum, your affiant learned from Cullum that Adams is his significant other. Beasley agreed to allow Cullum to do the work. Cullum brought up the idea of doing the work to Beasley. Hey man, can I do this, get rid of these trees? Sure, man, On Sunday, March 31st, 2024, in the morning hours, Cullum was at Beasley's house and told Beasley that people were looking for him for the disappearance of Butler and Kelley. You big dummy. Why would you bring that up? Why would you? Nobody was even looking at you. We were after that, though. Everybody did look over there after that. Cullum told Beasley that he didn't want the police or people to cause problems for Beasley and said that all the skid steer tracks on this property without a skid steer looked bad. Beasley said that if anyone asked, he would tell them that Cullum had done tree and dirt work for him. I think that's that. That's all of it. Yeah, that's all of it. So he got charged with they all were charged with this, but they're all charged with 2 counts of first degree, 2 counts of kidnapping, and a count of conspiracy. And we'll go through the new document here in just a minute. And welcome in, everybody. Hey, Rubisauras, bud. Yeah, has Otto got their phone back? Hey, Blue Eyes, welcome in. Hey, Dreamcatcher. I'm just going back up and reading the chat a little bit. Hey, Linda, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. Hey, Voodoo Doll. I like your, it's so bright. I love that little picture. Oh, thanks, Blue Eyes. Okay, grab my drink so I can read the next document. Because that's what's going to, so the next one is going to tell us who did what. So I'll go through and I'm going to kind of explain what we just read here too. For the people that are just coming in, or for anybody that needs a little help in knowing what the document said. So I'm going to go back up here to the top. So basically, what this is saying is Cole, Cora, they're married. Tiffany and Tad, they're together. And then Paul Grice, he's by his lonesome. He is married, though, and he has children, and he has a beautiful family. And I mean, out of all of them, I think he that one shocked me a little bit. I don't know why. I think because it did kind of shock me, but nothing should shock me anymore. Basically, Veronica was in a custody battle with her, the baby's grandmother. It wasn't even really the father of the children, it was his mother. So they were in a custody battle. So Veronica wanted more time with her children, and she was about to get it. She was doing these, set up, meetings. She was supposed to bring Miss Brunn. That was the lady that was supposed to go with her that day. Tiffany decided last minute to switch it, but told a whole big fib to where it looked like Veronica was switching it. So that probably because she didn't want to take out Miss Brunn, because Miss Brunn was the one that she picked. Do you know what I mean? Tiffany picked her. So she didn't want to take out her. So she wanted Veronica to bring her person. So Veronica picked Jilian. And I think that that's just the person that she picked that day. And unfortunately, that's why she is no longer, here. But what they did was Cora and Cole diverted their car. So they're driving, desolate road. They use their vehicle to divert them. So they pull off to another road, off into another road. And as soon as they pull onto that road, that's when they are stopped by Tiffany, Tad, and Paul Grice is there. Now, I can only imagine what they were feeling, especially Veronica, when she pulled up and she saw Tiffany Adams just right in front of their car. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think she knew that they were in some big trouble. I think that Jilian may have tried to go for her weapon, and that's why maybe we didn't find it. Maybe they took it with them. But I think that she didn't have enough time to actually do anything before they were stopped and taken. So they were taken. They were, I don't think this document told that part, but they were put into a chest freezer, like a freezer, and they were buried. They were buried inside of a freezer with with the suspects. They threw their clothing in there, their cell phones and stuff of that nature, and they buried it all. They thought, oh, I don't know what they thought. I don't know why they thought they'd ever get away with this, but they thought, okay, cool, they're gone. I mean, Veronica's gone, and we don't have to worry about her anymore. I guess that's what they were thinking. I really don't. I can't comprehend it, because you think about it. They're going to look at you first, right? You're the one in the custody battle. You're the one with the custody battle. Let's be smart about it, right? They're going to look at you, and you're just going to tell them that you called her after you got burner phones, so you know how cell phones work. After you called her, and you said that you called her, and she said that she wasn't going to make it. You knew the cops could look that. She must have I bet you when she called, because she did call her, I bet you. She called and checked to see where she was at. That's probably, and she was probably going to use that call and say, well, that was the call. But that call triangulated almost to where the meetup spot was. So you couldn't say she said she wasn't coming because she was almost there. Mm-hmm. Hey, Ava, welcome in. My best friend's daughter's name's Ava. So, yeah, they were, I don't know why. I don't think it was the next. I think we had another document that came out that said about the chest freezer and stuff. But, yeah. Very, 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 very sad. Okay, let's go to the new one. Now there are some documents. I'm not going to go through those tonight, but they're just, and I don't think there's anything in there that's like groundbreaking. I was reading through. They're just motions to separate the defendants. So everybody wants to be separated from each other, and I think the judge said something like along the lines of like, you guys got into this mess and together, you conspired together. Y'all might be going to court together. So, I mean, you have that, I guess. Where are those 10 thumbs ups? I love the face. Tomorrow is National Professional House Cleaners Day. There I am There, that's me. I think I'm a professional house cleaner. Feel like one, but I do that to myself. So this one's 6 pages. I don't think it's like, yeah, it's not like too long though. And this is the new one that just came out. Look at all those names on that. Now, you know how like every case will have like a name? It'll have like Idaho 4. That's because instead of saying like the 4 victims' names like every time, Kansas City 3, like the 3 guys that were found dead in the friend's backyard. Just different cases have like different names, I guess. But this one, they haven't. We need some. I don't know. This is like it's really hard to search for like content on it because I'm just like typing in stuff like which page do I go to first, So this one is all reads the same. It's just the one document that came out. So it's not like 5 separate ones, which was great. I didn't have to read 5 separate ones today. But this is the state's brief in support of consolidation for a preliminary hearing. And they're giving us a little more evidence because they feel it's necessary to put it in this document to show why these, 5 suspects shouldn't be tried separately. They should all just be at the same preliminary hearing. So we'll see. Okay, so comes now the state of Oklahoma by and through the district attorney, George H. Leach III, and support of its brief in motion of consolidation for preliminary hearing alleges and states as follows. Tad Collum, and they're just going to call them by their last name. So Tad Collum, Tiffany Adams, Cole Twombly, Cora Twombly, and Paul Grice, except for Cora and Cole. They call them by their first name. All entered into an agreement, conspiracy, and planned the murders of Veronica Butler and Jilian Kelley. Pursuant to the plan and in furtherance of the conspiracy, they each did their respective part, which culminated in the deaths of Butler and Kelley. Yep. If it wasn't for one domino, falling on the other 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 domino, none of this whole plan wouldn't have worked out. Cole and Cora, this is going to break it down by person, what they did, what their attributes were to this horrendous crime. Cole and Cora, probably the biggest cowards I ever met in my life, in part were the lookouts on the day of the murders and in furtherance of the conspiracy, confided in their daughter in hope of receiving an alibi for the morning of the murders. Cowards. Not only did they not take part, Cole couldn't take part in it, he ain't got a stomach for that, right? I'm just going to be a lookout. I'm just saying, if you're going to do it, you might, go hard there, Cole. But he confided in his daughter. Cora and Cole, they confided in their daughter, 16 years old. Hey, we did this. Will you tell Fib? Say that we were home. We were on a mission. Yes, DM, that is the real hero, that teenager. Yep. CW is. Because if it wasn't for her, the officers wouldn't know where probably to begin. They would know probably Tiffany Adams, but I don't know if they would have ever known the scope of this. This is huge. So Grice, in part, stabbed an unalived Butler. So Grice is the one that killed Veronica. He sliced his hand badly with the knife and accompanied the bodies of Butler and Kelley to the burial site. He threw his clothing, stun device, and the knife used to kill Butler in the burial site. His clothing found in the burial site contained his and Butler's DNA. Collum, in part, and this is Tiffany's boyfriend. Collum, in part, got permission from the landowners to dig the hole for the burial site and dug the hole with his skid steer the day before the murders. He stabbed and killed Kelley and drove the bodies of Butler and Kelley to the burial site. So he unalived Jilian. And he's the one that drove them to the burial site. He put his clothing in the burial site and buried Kelley and Butler and Kelley inside a freezer in the previously dug hole. His clothing found at the burial site contained his and Kelley's DNA. The accessories to the knife found at the burial site were found in his home. So he had accessories that came with his knife. You know, probably a knife sheath, a holster, something like that, right? Don't want to throw that stuff away. You know, I mean, that's still good stuff. That's still brand new, you know? So he just has that to the side, but he'll throw, I'm glad the criminals are dumb. You know what I mean? That he kept that stuff. And I'm sure that they matched it up by like a serial number. So then we got Adams. Another coward. They're all cowards. She's the grandmother, though. That's just crazy. She's the one that went shopping for everything. In part, purchased the burner phones from Walmart, which were used by the conspirators to communicate. Because burner phones are not so much like a throwaway phone like they used to be. You can get some stuff off of them. She purchased the stun devices at Standard Supply. One of the stun devices were found in the burial site. She purchased the yellow straps that were placed around the freezer containing the bodies of Butler and Kelley at Tractor Supply. Like, she could have got them probably at Standard Supply. I don't know what Standard Supply is, but it sounds like Tractor Supply. I'll have to look it up. Maybe she wanted to go to different stores. Standard Supply and Lumber, maybe? She could have got those at a lumber store. Probably tie downs. I don't know. She purchased the pants that Cullum put in the burial site. Adams hated and despised Butler and wanted her dead. Pursuant to the plan and conspiracy, each defendant did their part to aid and abet in the murders of Butler and Kelley. Where defendants participate in the same... Okay. Argument in support of joinder for preliminary hearing, meaning joinder means like all of them together. Where defendants participate in the same criminal act, there is no authority in Oklahoma authorizing or mandating a separate preliminary hearing for each defendant. For trial, the court has the authority pursuant to 22, that gives the code, to order separate trials, but in these matters, we are only seeking joinder for preliminary hearing. In a preliminary hearing, the judge is the decision maker. As the tier of fact, it is presumed that the judge will only consider competent and admissible evidence in reaching his decision. And it gives a couple examples: the Long versus State case in 2003 and Fox versus State 1976. In Fox, the court held in part as follows. Further, we hold in the instant case that the trial judge, since he has the skills with which to rule on the admissibility of the evidence and bases decisions solely on that evidence, he determines to be competent, relevant, and material. Fox versus State. So the court has been practicing law for 47 years, many of which had been spent on the bench. With that experience, there is no question this court is able in a single preliminary hearing to determine what evidence is admissible against each defendant and separate the evidence that is not admissible in making probable cause determinations therein. Though the following authority relates to joint trials, it would appear to be even more compelling when applied to joinder at preliminary hearing. The stated policy of the Court of Criminal Appeals regarding joint trials is as follows. This court has recognized in the past that it is in its interest of both justice and economy to jointly charge and try those alleged to have participated in the same criminal act and has urged trial courts to do so whenever possible. Do the crime together, you do the time together, I guess. Phelps versus State. It said, just giving these different examples. And it says, In 2023, the United States Supreme Court, in a 6-3 decision, elaborated on the reasons why joint trials are preferable. Could it be cost effective? I don't know. Joint trials have long played a vital role in the criminal justice system, preserving government resources and allowing victims to avoid repeatedly reliving trauma. Yeah. It gives a bunch of examples. Further, joint trials encourage consistent verdicts and enable more accurate assessments of relative culpability. Separate trials are apt to have varying consequences for legally indistinguishable defendants. Also, separate trials randomly favor the last tried defendants who have the advantage of knowing the prosecution's case beforehand. And it gives the Richardson case. It says the Richardson case cited in the above quote explained more regarding the practicalities of joining co-defendants. It would impair both the efficiency and the fairness of the criminal justice system to require in all these cases of joint crimes where incriminating statements exist that prosecutors bring separate proceedings presenting the same evidence again and again, requiring victims and witnesses to repeat that inconvenience and sometimes trauma of testifying and randomly favoring the last tried defendants who have the advantage of knowing the prosecution's case beforehand. Joint trials generally serve the interest of justice by avoiding inconsistent verdicts and enabling more accurate assessment of relative culpability advantages, which sometimes operate to the defendant's benefit. Even apart from these tactical considerations, joint trials generally serve the interest of justice by avoiding the scandal inequality of inconsistent verdicts. Richardson versus Marsh. It is also worth saying that separate trials are apt to have varying consequences for legally indistinguishable defendants. The unfairness of this is confirmed by the common prosecutorial experience of seeing co-defendants who are tried separately, strenuously jockeying for position with regard to who should be tried first. First to be tried, sorry, read that backwards. So it said with regard to who should be first to be tried. In particular, the preference in a conspiracy trial is that persons charged together should be tried together. Severance is discretionary and should be granted only when there is a serious risk that a joint trial would compromise a specific trial right of one of the defendants or prevent the jury from making a reliable judgment about guilt or innocence. Exemplifying the point raised by the United States Supreme Court above, if the court herein were to order 5 separate preliminary hearings and 5 separate trials, the 16-year-old daughter of Cora would be required to travel to Oklahoma and testify 10 different times. Such a result is You okay? Okay. Did you hear that? My dog was making the cutest little noises. I don't know, someone with her nose. Hold on. Is that better? I can usually tell when I see my bubble. Is that better? It looks like it is. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat. I was on another page. This is so weird. Okay, I don't have to go back that far. No, it's not the keyboard. Let me know if it's better. It's so weird that's doing that. It's pissed me off. Okay, sorry. I don't have to go back that far. Yeah, it's just pissing me off. It's a really nice cord. That's what I don't understand. Like, it doesn't look like I broke it. You know what I mean? Like, and I have it going. I don't think anything's sitting on it. Hold on. Let me just look back here. No, nothing's really. I don't know why it does that. I'm so sorry, guys. So sorry. Okay, so let me pull this back up and just kind of go through. I don't know where we were when the when the mic went out, but I could just give you and I'll give you. I was just going over what happened in this document, so we'll just keep going over that. Basically, yeah, because I was just sitting here too. That's so weird. Well, no, like my cord's been doing this, so I've been restarting it before I come live. And I just know that sound is like bad. I hate that noise. It's weird. It sounds like a key gets stuck or like, I don't know, or something. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's not the keys. It's the cord for some reason, but maybe I just have to get a new one. I keep saying it's a really good cord because it is. It's like, I'm just so surprised because it's, but I could have done something, I guess, when I was raising my desk. I don't know. Oh, I did raise my desk earlier too. You thought it was your headset? Oh, Shauna, you have a headset on. Oh, I'm so sorry. It sounds like a record skipping. I can't even tell that it's doing it unless that's why I turn my camera. So like when I do this, my bubble, it'll make a weird vibration when it's doing that, when it's messed up. No way. Sheba, really? I was just listening to him today. I ain't gonna lie about it. I was like, might as well get down while you can. Well, probably a sex crime. I'm going to go with a sexual crime. Or is he caught for orchestrating the hit on Tupac? Okay, let's look it up. Because there's that going around too. I don't know. Is he going by P. Diddy now? Sean Diddy Combs. Here we go. Oh, he looks out here. Okay. Arrested in Manhattan after grand jury indictment. Oh. Let's see. Oh, I hate that. The one I poke on is like the one that wants me to pay to like read it. I'm not doing that today. Not today. You get me every time. Y'all get me every time. Was arrested in Manhattan on Monday after a grand jury indicted the hip hop mogul. I don't call him a mogul. The arrest follows Homeland Security's raids on the Bad Boys founder home in late March, seemingly triggered by a wave of S abuse lawsuits against him. Combs' arrest comes nearly a year after his former girlfriend, the R&B singer Cassie, filed an explosive S trafficking and abuse lawsuit against Combs. Let's see. 8 more women and 1 man have since come forward to sue Combs, with allegations ranging from S trafficking to S assault. So this says a grand jury was hearing evidence in relation to the S trafficking and racketeering investigation. Federal agents executed a search warrant on Combs' home on March 25th, swarming his Los Angeles and Miami properties. Doesn't really say like here. Let's go to Twitter. Might give us a shorter version. This is like the Rolling Stones magazine I was reading. That's crazy. Yeah, it's right here on my trending. Was taken into federal custody. Whoa, federal custody. Shit. That ain't no, oh man. Oh, thank you, Cheryl, for gifted memberships. I appreciate that. Thank you. Wow, federal. I didn't see it. Sorry, Nash Native. I'm on the other screen. I'm reading. I can't see the chat at all. I have like my iPad here, but I don't know. I can't see it. That's like for like an emergency. I feel like my eye's going bad. Wow. Federal. Too bad for him, too bad, too sad for you, buddy. You shouldn't have done that. Like, oh, he's gonna be in so much trouble. I wanted to see if we could find anything else. Man, I feel bad for his kids. I mean, really. I'm just trying. This is developing. I was trying to see if like it said exactly what it was, but it doesn't say. Wow. Oh yeah, we saw that earlier. So it said, "Oh, was this his mugshot?" Damn, son. Okay, I mean, I'm just saying. Clothes and some sun does a lot for a person. I don't know, because like, does he look a little different to y'all? Let me show you a regular picture. Like if I go, I don't know. He just looks different. Like his head looks different. It says this is the first arrest since his accusations of human trafficking and hidden camera honeypot operations. I'm trying to find. Like, look at that picture, right? Look at this picture. What a little bit of lighting and some nice clothes can do for a person. And some sunglasses. Yeah, he probably been crying like a little bitch. You did this to yourself. Why is it gotta be all the people that like it just seems like it's like every other day there's like another person that like I either listen to, like music wise, actors, or you know what I mean, something like someone's getting in trouble. Everybody's getting in trouble. Everybody, cool it. He's gonna roll on everyone. Oh yeah, Brandywine. That's a guy with the face of I'm gonna tell everything. So but I do remember the guy that is in custody for Tupac's unaliving is saying that Diddy set it up. So now if that's the case, I'll be blown. Wouldn't that be so mind-blowing? Man, I still jammed out to all about the Benjamins today, though. I ain't gonna lie, I was jamming out. I had a feeling he was gonna be arrested soon. His lawyer said it was unjust. Oh, well. That's what Epstein said too, probably, Speaking of which, I hope they keep him like you know, safe and everything. They got like, well, it's federal. It's federal prison. Sure, they got, a separate wing for him or something, like to keep him away from everyone. But oh, Linda, I listen to me some rap music. I listen to all kinds of music. Oh, you should see my playlist. It's a little bit of, I mean, it's a really weird playlist. Like it'll be hip hop, like rap. Then you'll hear some 70s rock in there, some 80s, some 90s. I mean, I just got it all. I play it all. I play it all. Just depending on my mood. Just nothing sad. I don't listen to sad music. I won't do it. I can't do it. If it's sad, nope. Sad music gets me every time. Like sad songs. I'm just a big baby when it comes to sad songs. Sources tell TMZ Homeland Security swooped into a Midtown hotel late Monday where Diddy was staying and they arrested him. Wow. Well, I bet they're probably confirmed now. I bet the feds did search his hotel room, I wonder. Yeah. Man. Music depends on the mood. I guess mine does too. Maybe. I don't know, actually. I don't know. I listen to a little bit of everything. So I just kind of it depends though. Like if I'm working out, I listen to certain music. Like I'll listen to certain songs. Like I have certain songs that I listen to. Like they can be the same song for the last 10 years. Still be listening to it. You love Eminem? Eminem's pretty good. Oh, I don't know. Pop Beeper. I know he had a baby. Well, it's not him, but his wife. I don't keep up with the celebrity gossip. My dad, not my dad, my mom used to. She used to be pretty good at that. She would just like watch like Ellen, like the Ellen DeGeneres show or something like, or like, she watched shows like that throughout the day that would like have celebrities on them. So that's how she would kind of know. Oh, that's really cool, Renee. The chill playlist. We've only been on here only an hour, 15 minutes. It's just probably because I've been reading a lot. So that's all I really had. I mean, I could bring up more, but we'll leave it at that. But I'll stay on and hang out with you guys for a minute. I was just going to see if there's anything I could pull up and show you. Let's pull up the 5 suspects because I mean they're just so nice looking. Real quick, I'll show you who these 5 suspects are before. So you got Tiffany Adams. We're gonna go like we're going left to right. Tiffany Adams, Tad Cullum, Paul Grice, Cole Twombly, and Cora Twombly. Now, Paul Grice, Tad Cullum are the 2 that actually committed the homicides. The other 3 were lookouts and she just bought stuff and wanted to watch, I guess, because she's just an evil grandmother. Yeah, Tad Cullum, piece of crap. I'd hate to meet this group. Yeah, in the dark. I'd hate to meet him in the light, Gene, And just think, that Veronica knew as soon as she pulled off on that road, she got diverted, She probably knew as soon as she got diverted off of the main road. She probably, what's going on? Yeah, they did. Did they? Well, I don't know. We were looking at it the other day. Let's see. Not that. Was this not the one? No, this is for Jesse Vane. Okay. I thought I had it up, but I might not. But yeah, I saw that they did they were just, they're getting them on through. The thing is he wants a speedy trial. So that's why it's so fast. He's asking for all of this. That way he can hurry up and get through the trial get through his sentencing, and then get the hell out of here to Nepal before they find her body. That's what he's planning on. That's what his defense is planning on. That's what he's banking on. They got to find her. They literally are under a time crunch. I mean, they're on a time crunch. They have to find her. They could probably try them without the body. I mean, they can. And in my opinion, they could succeed pretty well, especially because there is evidence of drag marks and stuff like that. But then again, other people technically live in that house. He could blame one of them. I don't know. But I think but that's why they're doing it so fast. So he's asked for a speedy trial. So he's trying to hurry up, just like a Madalena Kojikari's mom moment, like a Diana Kojikari Jr. Yeah. So Paul and Tad are the ones that did the unalivings. It's and as far as we know, it's appearing to be like stabbing, but it could be more than that. There was a broken hammer at the scene. Now, I don't know why there would be a broken hammer. And there was 2 puddles of red. So something happened where they were incapacitated, I felt like there. Now, were they completely unalived right there? Now, I don't know that. And part of me says like kind of like I hope like it all ended right there, because if not, she might have grandma might have wanted them to be alive a little while longer, I don't like it. Those are good channels. Well, the prosecution, they can only they can only do so many time. It's like 40 days. How many is that? Let me think. Okay, so it says Speedy Trial Act sets forth 2 clear timelines or time limits. An information or indictment must follow within 30 days of an arrest, and a trial must begin within 70 days of indictment or arraignment. I said, what did I say, 40? I was close. I mean, not like real close, but I wasn't that far off. Isn't that crazy? Let me see here. I was going to exit all this. I think that's all I really have for you guys. They do go back to court. I don't know why I can't remember when. I listened to it earlier. It's not. Let me see. I don't know. I'm not sure, actually. Let me check. Because they went in April. Two months ago, they had a hearing. Okay, I'll look it up. I'll look into it and see exactly when. Maybe if I put in like Tad's name. Wait, right here, 9 hours ago. Well, look at this. Is this it? Yeah, look at this. 9 hours ago, there's like a I like it's itching. Sorry. There's a update. It looks like they're actually going to court soon. So listen to this. What's today? Monday? I think they said Wednesday. When was this written? Yeah, this was written today. Well, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Prosecutors detail conspiracy and murder of preacher's wife and her friend. Prosecutors say 5 people charged with murdering 2 women because of a custody dispute meticulously planned the crime before carrying it out. We read all this. We know all this. We read all through that. Oh, actually, we'll read through this. So maybe it'll all tie it all in together for everyone. So, Veronica Butler and Jilian Kelley disappeared while traveling to pick up Butler's children for visitation. Kelley was married to a minister in Indianola, Nebraska, and was authorized to supervise Butler's visits. Butler and Kelley's bodies were found inside a freezer buried on the property rented by one of the suspects in the case. Tiffany Adams, the grandmother of Butler's children, is one of the people charged in the case, along with Cole and Cora Twombly, Paul Grice, and Tad Collum. Prosecutors have filed a motion asking for the cases of all 5 defendants to be combined for an upcoming preliminary hearing. What is going on? That was itching me last night too. My eyelashes were. The motion reviewed by Court TV details each defendant's alleged roles in the conspiracy, which allegedly went according to plan, prosecutors say. Prosecutors say Adams hated and despised Butler and wanted her dead, and was responsible for all of the purchases the group needed. She is accused of buying burner phones for the group, stun guns, yellow straps that were placed around the freezer the bodies were buried in, and even the pants Collum wore the day of the murders. Collum is accused of digging the hole at the burial site with a skid steer the day before the murders, and is the person who allegedly, stabbed Jilian to death. Grice is accused of murdering Butler the same way. After unaliving the women, the men allegedly drove the bodies to the burial site where they buried them along with the clothes that both men were wearing. The knife used to kill Butler, and the stun device. Prosecutors say the victim's DNA was on their assailant's clothing. It just says here the knife used to unalive Butler. It doesn't say that the one used for Jilian. So maybe they have that one. I don't know. Cora and Cole Twombly are accused of acting as lookouts on the day of the murder and allegedly confided in their 16-year-old daughter in the hope of receiving an alibi for the morning of the murders. Prosecutors argued that not only should the cases be combined for the sake of efficiency, but also because of all 5 defendants had separate preliminary hearings and trials, the Twombly's teen daughter would have to travel to Oklahoma to testify 10 times, saying such a result is unconscionable. Investigators have said the murders were motivated by Adams' hatred for Butler amid an ongoing custody battle Butler had with Adams' son for their children. All 5 are allegedly part of an anti-government group with a religious affiliation known as God's Misfits and had regular monthly meetings. All 5 defendants are due in court on Wednesday for a motions hearing. I don't know what time. But that's coming up. It's coming up. So I'm glad we did like a redo on this case, a replay. We went back through the evidence and all of that stuff. Now, if I would have known it was Wednesday, I probably would have saved this live for tomorrow, so it'd have been just like a little bit closer to the day. But that's fine. That is fine. Right, Liz? Yeah, they're like those 2 are the biggest cowards, I feel like, asking their daughter for an alibi. But then they're like, oh, we don't want to get our hands too dirty. We'll just be here and we'll be the lookout. We'll divert them. That's like the most cowardly thing you could do. Like, I wonder if these people with their iPads had internet access to like YouTube. I wonder if they have YouTube access. If they could see these videos being made about them. I'm just curious. Yeah, $13 is the one who told Ellie. Yeah. Oh, no, they're not asking for Speedy. Not these guys. That's a different case we were covering. Mom to cat, baffle cat. But no, these guys, they're asking for their preliminaries to be separated, like separate a separate hearing for each person, but they're not going to do that. They're like, no, we're not doing that for you guys. They're like, yeah, that's not going to work for us. I mean, they don't want to have to spend the money, to have to house, everybody bring everybody in. They don't want to have to do all that for 5 people. If you committed the crime altogether, you conspired, you could sit there and conspire to do this heinous act, then you guys can sit in a courtroom together and be tried together. In my humble opinion. Thanks, Ladybug. That's awfully sweet of you. I'm just reading the chat a little. Look at you guys just chit-chatting it out. Oh, I don't know. Reversed images. My throat's been like bothering me right here. I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah, it is this one. Yeah, there you are. I was talking about you earlier, Carrie Moody. I was talking about your Facebook page. It's really nice. Really nice. I actually commented earlier, and then I deleted my comment because I found what I needed. But I commented because what did I wanted to see with about the document. I couldn't find the document because you put all the documents on your Facebook site. The document for that said what everyone was doing, what Tad and everybody was doing, what they were doing, the mostest. And so I was going to comment and ask where to find it. And then I just took the 2 seconds and I Googled it and I was like, oh, look, there it is. So I went back and I deleted my comment because it was like in holding. So that was my comment, if you were wondering. If you're like, why did she delete that comment? You probably don't even know. You're probably like, I was too busy. But you're welcome. You're welcome. You do really good videos too. You guys should check her out. She's a good channel. Yeah, no, I love that. Yeah, I love that. I was reading through some today and I was like, wow, they're all here. Everything's here. It's hard to find it's not hard if you know the names of, everybody. But I mean, if you're just if you're a subscriber, you'll probably know maybe the first names of, people, but you're not going to know probably the first and last names of, 5 different suspects to go looking them all up. And then, like I was saying in the beginning of the live, this case doesn't have unfortunately, unfortunately 4 cases, they put names onto them, where which it sucks because they should have their full names, but it's easier whenever it is a little bit shortened. It seems like to find stuff on the internet, at least, for the cases that you're looking on. So that's the only part. It's like a good and a bad thing whenever the cases get different names, But I will never forget these 2 ladies. When this case first happened, I don't even know when was the first day we covered this. I wonder. I mean, it was pretty quick. Guess I can go on our playlist. I need to go through and clean these playlists up because I've got so many. We've done 14 videos. April 8th. That's what it looks like, April 8th. Yeah, so this, it was a little bit further out. Not too far, but about a little over a week. And they were missing. Yeah, wow. Was this when we were over here? I'm going to look. Curious to see if. Yeah, we were in this room. Oh my gosh, I had my old desk. I was like, what is that? Thank you, Blue Eyes. I appreciate that. Thank you for gifting a membership, Cheryl. That's awfully sweet of you. And hey, Manny V, I don't know if I said hi to you. I meant to say hey. I don't know if I did. at that. Blue Eyes was gifted. Well, now she's real. Now Blue Eyes is real. I don't know. I don't know if Blue Eyes is a he or she, but Blue Eyes is going to love the chat now because Blue Eyes got membership. I do have a pretty good community here. You guys are pretty fantastic, actually. You guys really are. I mean, I get to hang out with you guys every night, and you guys still come and hang out with me. You know, I love that. I really appreciate it. If you think about that, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. You're welcome, PJs. I've been trying to get back to our cases and just kind of stick with the cases. I've talked to some people, and things are happening. Yeah. Big things are going to be happening to people that can't I guess they don't I don't know. I guess it just people with no chill, you know? And in my opinion, I think I do think it's wrong. But I don't know. I'll have to tell you guys about it sometime. What I hear, what I see, what I know. Has anyone ever had arm surgery for a torn muscle? Never a torn muscle. But I've had surgery on my arm. Look at that. Torn rotator cuff. Oh, your husband did. Did Siggy get a membership too? I'm just reading your guys' chat. I'm like, did it work? I want to know. I want to know if it worked. How'd it go? Did it work? My surgery, yeah, I can't really tell you about mine because I don't really remember it. I mean, I remember it. I remember they didn't take the cast off for like an extra freaking week or something. And I was like, no, we're done. We're done with this. And I was going to tear that thing off myself. Um, but my occupational therapist was so kind, and he molded one and made I needed a splint, or whatever they're called for it. So he made one for me, out of this plastic. And they put it in a crock pot to melt it down. It worked. It worked. They the surgeon just couldn't come up there to do it or something. And I'm just like, can't a nurse take this thing off? Come on, guys. So I just convinced the occupational therapist to do it for me. Because I mean, after you've had this thing on your arm for a month, you're ready to go. You're ready to get it off. You're done. You've had enough fun time. Last year, this time, was that last year? It said 1 year ago. There's no way. Maybe that was last year I had surgery on my eye. Because I was looking up videos earlier and I had eye patch on. I was just looking at this. I thought this was something else for a minute. Okay. Well, I think that's all I have for you guys for tonight. I'm going to jump off here. Let me see if there's anything else going on over in the world of Twitter. If there's anything going on over on YouTube that we need to talk about before I get off here. Does anybody have any questions for me? I do want to do a members live here within the next couple of days. I want to do a members live. Let's see. His lawyer sent out he's not this person you think he is kind of thing. P. Diddy's whatever. Sorry, I don't see anything that we haven't went over. Even the Asian those things, that we went over. And I do see where they have his court date set for him, for Narish Bat. It's crazy. Isn't that crazy? Oh, look, Cheryl, what happened? Oh, because that stupid period. You didn't even mean to. Come on, Nightbot. At least it was just 5 seconds. At least Nightbot don't get you for like a lot of seconds. That'd be bad. Okay, Diane. You broke your kneecap. Mm-mm. That would hurt. That would hurt. Coming from somebody who lost their eyeball. No, like that would hurt. Mm-mm. I'm cool. Wow, that's crazy. That is. But yeah, I don't really see too much going on out there. Animals are still asleep. Yeah. All 3 of them. It's like adorable. Adorable. They're all 3 just like, you know, sleeping right next to each other. So I think that's cute. But I'm gonna jump off of here. Yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow night. Maybe tomorrow during the day. I'm trying to think. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Maybe either tomorrow we'll do a video tomorrow sometime. We'll do a video or like a live, or we'll do like a members live, or we'll do something. We'll do something tomorrow. No, you're fine. I just keep reading the chat. That's why I haven't got off here yet. You guys you're keeping my ADHD like really going. I'm just like reading the chat. I'm just like, oh, look at this. Oh, look, there's my cat. I heard him sneeze, so let's see. They're back here snoring. This is the cutest thing I've ever heard. Oh. My little brown dog didn't have a bed, so I brought her in blankets. I brought her in my brand new one too. I was like, you just take this nice soft one. But we have so many things to go over still for different cases. So if you are into true crime, if that's your thing and you like to watch, different crime channels or, true crime cases, true crime channels, cases, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, all the fun things that we ask you to do. Like I said in the beginning of the live, it really does help the channel grow. So, and we like seeing it, it makes us smile. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, I will put the link to the channel membership in the chat. I haven't done that tonight. I forgot to do that earlier. So just in case if anyone decides they want to join, it's there to join. If not, I will see you guys all tomorrow evening or tomorrow during the day sometime. I'll see you on the channel. And if not, I hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday, and I will see you guys later. Bye.